Okay, we got Grover Norquist coming up. Let's also get to Diana Harsbarger by phone. Congresswoman, East Tennessee, 1st District. Diana, great to have you back.
Hey, it's my pleasure to be back, John. Good to talk with you today.
So, Diana, you're out visiting constituents. You're doing constituent services right now. You got office hours. You're talking to people in East Tennessee. What are you hearing? What are people saying about the economy, about affordability in Tennessee? What is on their mind? Give us an update of what you're hearing in your district, Diana Harshbarger.
Well, I'm here to talk to them about anything, and they love what the president is doing, and they're behind him 100%. The gas has gone down, which helps them get back and forth to work. I still get texts about the cost of groceries and things of that nature. People have to remember, I serve a rural district, and this rural district lives on a fixed income, most of these people. And when something goes up, like the cost of consumer goods, and it may be due to tariffs, it may not be, then that's an issue for them because they have to do without in other ways. And I've let the administration know. But look, you look at the rate of inflation, you look at the GDP growth, you look at everything that's going on, and then the new jobs numbers that came out. The president's trending in the right direction. We just have to help him by codifying his executive order, Sean. And to me, right now, that's one of the most important things we can do because in the future, whomever takes office, they can change it on a whim the very first day. And that's the issue. And that's what we have to keep in mind. I heard you talking about the filibuster and the Save America Act. All this, people in my district want you to have to show ID. You have to show ID for everything else. Why not to vote?
I don't understand why we can't put enough pressure on John Thune and Lindsey Graham and these other Republicans to get rid of that 60 vote rule that is holding this whole thing up. Do you have any idea what the deal is there?
Well, I don't know. Freedom Caucus was talking about the SAVE Act, okay? That's Chip Roy's bill. And then we changed it to the Save America Act because the president liked that better. And, it sounds better and it is better. But what they wanted to do was just do a talking filibuster to make them talk about the bill and the good, the bad, and all that. Let the Democrats try to defend it. There's no way they can defend it. I don't know where we're at in that situation because the talks have stalled on DHS, as far as appropriations bill. So I do not know. And I talk to my Speaker Mike Johnson on a weekly basis, and I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure, and I don't know if he is either, why they don't want to do that.
It just doesn't make sense, right? Because the Democrats are going to do it, Diana, the next day. So that is, I guess, the frustration that everybody has. The opponents, as soon as they take over, it's not going to be. It's like I said, it's going to be 90 minutes. Unbelievable. The people
Yeah.
in your district are they good? When are they going to start to see, in your mind, the benefit of this booming economy? Trump's going to lay it out Tuesday night in his State of the Union. Levitt laid it out at the press briefing yesterday. Jobs are up, wages are up, real income is up, inflation is tamed. Your situation has improved. Cost of a new home has gone down $15,000 in the last 60 days on average. Rents have gone down. A lot of your rural area people live on a fixed income. Are they optimistic that they're going to start to see the benefits of this booming economy in the next 90, 120 days?
Oh, yes. They're optimistic about it. If you're on Social Security and that's your only income, of course, that's a fixed income. But, he's trying to help with that. The tax breaks with a certain amount of people on Social Security with a certain set income limit. He's helped them with that. They just need to see their paychecks go up a little bit more where they paid in all the years that they did work. But look, people are optimistic, and the no tax on overtime is going to show up on their tax returns. This is one of the biggest things, and I remember doing a parade, a 4th of July parade, as a matter of fact, last year, and there was a gentleman that came up to me on the parade route, and he said, I just want you to let the president know this is going to change my life because if I don't have to pay tax on all the overtime I work, then it's going to benefit me and my family by leaps and bounds.
Mhm.
So that's what the people in my district want to hear. How can we help them? And that's what we're doing, trying to take that tax burden off of these people and allow them to spend more of the money that they work hard for.
Diana Harsbarger with us, U.S. Representative, Republican Freedom Caucus member, District 1, that's East Tennessee. ICE, what are you hearing there in your district?
Well, I'm not hearing a whole lot in my district now. There are people here that have been taken from their jobs or what have you because they were on a list. I'm looking at different scenarios with these people. You don't ever know the whole story, though, John. It's like, well, they're good contributing members of their community. They have children here. Well, ICE doesn't just come pick you up because of that. So, I'm still trying to sort out the facts on certain people that have been picked up and try to figure out why they were picked up. But you got to remember, the law is the law, and if you break it, where do you stand? I understand. I hear these comments from other members across the country that, well, they've been working here for me for 20 years. They've raised their children here. They went to school. If they're here illegally, illegal means illegal. And I don't want to seem unsympathetic to these people, but look, if you committed a crime and you were a U.S. citizen, they're going to take you away immediately, aren't they? And they're going to put you in jail, and you're going to be away from your children. And so to me, that there's no difference there. What the Democrats want us to do is to produce a search warrant for illegals, which is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. And so that's not going to be part of the deal on DHS. They just don't want ICE to exist. And they have a job. And if they do something or pick somebody up that they shouldn't have, then they'll make restitution on that. But look, they're out here to do a job. And if they don't, you know what happens. Lawlessness breeds lawlessness, John, and that's just not something we can tolerate. And it's a culture that's been set from previous administrations. And the last one is why we have so many illegals in the country, because anybody and everybody was welcome. It doesn't matter. And it's a slap in the face to the people who...
All right. We lost Diana Harsbarger.
And they're still sitting on the sidelines.
Right. Well, listen, Diana, I know you're out there in the district talking to people. I really appreciate that and your candor. DHS shutdown, TSA not getting paid, Coast Guard not getting paid, essential workers and CISA not getting paid. What is the deal here? I mean, what and it seems to matter no matter what happens. Anytime there's a shutdown of any kind, Republicans get blamed regardless of the circumstances. What's the out here for this?
Well, I don't know. The president said he wanted to negotiate with Schumer. The Democrats don't care if we keep it shut down forever. And we sent all 12 appropriations over to the Senate, and this is the one that they have a sticking point. But remember, this is an election year, so they have to beat the drum on something, and ICE is going to be that thing. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, and, it's yet to be seen. I thought we were going to have to stay this past weekend and maybe into the week this week because they were negotiating that DHS bill, but they said, nope, they're not going to vote yes on anything, on a continuing resolution, on what we sent over on DHS, nothing. They'd already made it clear, said, don't waste your time. And then everybody had to run to the Munich Security Conference, so I guess that's another reason that we didn't stay. But that's just the facts.
All right, final thing. Did you happen to hear Rubio's speech at the Munich conference?
No, I did not.
You should.
No,
You should
I have.
go to that.
I've been out in the district.
It was really good when you get time. On your next drive to DC, on your next 6-hour drive, do you know this? Did I tell my audience? Do you know that Diana Harsbarger drives from East Tennessee to DC and then drives back herself? Like, she doesn't have a driver. She just gets in a car, starts it up, puts on talk radio. Thanks for tuning me in, and drives across the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, you do it every.
Well, that's my quiet. That's my quiet time, John. Listen, nobody, I don't have to answer the phone. I can listen to what I want. The dogs are with me. Hey, I travel with my little old Betsy, my little weapons. And, I mean, it's a good time. I feel like I could be a long distance truck driver for sure.
Well, someday we got to. I'm gonna bring my Trump bus to Tennessee. We'll have you drive around in that. Bring your dogs on it.
Oh,
That'll be
yeah.
fun. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I'm up for that, John. You know it.
All right. Are you looking forward to the president's State of the Union speech Tuesday, Diana?
Why, of course. Are you kidding? I'm going to have to save my seat at the beginning of the day if I have to sit there and cancel my appointments. But listen, you never know what to expect, so everybody needs to tune in just to hear what the president's got to say. So,
Final thing. Your thoughts on Iran? You think they're going to make a deal, or are we going to do the
well,
Ayatollah two-step?
who knows? You got to remember, these people they're not sane people that are running that country. And, I heard a former, he lives in Iran, he's Iranian, and he loves our Constitution. And he was in prison for 5 years, broke all these bones. I mean, the man endured all kinds of things. And he came to talk to us, and he said, if you had have asked the country what's going on like 5 years ago, it would have been 98% Muslim, so many Christian, blah, 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 because they're persecuting Christians. He said, if you go in there today, you have 5% of the population that declare themselves as radical Muslim. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. These people, it's going to be up to them as to whether they want a new regime and they want regime change. And believe me, they do. And I don't know what the president's going to do. I just read something that was put out about 12 minutes ago that said it was escalated and they started talking again because this is the buildup of troops is the biggest we've had in many years. And the president's not kidding. And I don't know. Look, they have decimated their people. These people are trying to rise up against the regime, and all they want is a little help. So we'll see. I don't know. You never want to be pulled into a foreign war. I don't know if they can negotiate with them. It's yet to be seen, John.
Diana Harshberger, I want to thank you for your time. I know you got a tight schedule. You got to bounce. Diana Harshbarger, people want to follow you. Where do they go?
Rep Harsbarger on Twitter and Harsbarger.gov on the official side. So just stay tuned, and I'll try to get back on here more often, John, so I can keep you updated on what's going on and what we're doing in our committee as well as what we're doing for the country.
I'm your favorite talk show host ever, right?
Well, of course, you better not tell Todd Starnes that. It'll be a smackdown between you two.
Todd's in Memphis. No problem. I'm national. Final thing. I know you
Yeah.
got to go. Todd's a good guy. Trump RX, you're a pharmacist. I mean,
Yeah.
prices are coming down. Is he doing enough? Can he do more?
Oh, there's always more to be done. We're working on a healthcare package, another reconciliation to try to stave that off. Because anytime these brand name pharmaceuticals they negotiate, they don't want to have to negotiate, but they did, and it's most favored nations. If you hear MFN, that's what it is. But I read an article right after they negotiated this process that 350 generics went up. So they're not going to lose money. And the Trump RX is going to be some of the most expensive brands where people can buy them directly, and they'll be able to get them from, assume they're regular pharmacies. But the bottom line is we have a lot of pharmacy legislation to stop the vertical integration of the PBM bills. And I will tell you this, John, my son has introduced something at the state senate in Tennessee, and he is getting pounded by the pharmacy benefit managers, and they are going to spend millions so that bill won't see the daylight. And that tells you all you need to know. They know they're losing money, and when you break these pharmacy benefit managers up, as well as they own everything, plus the physician practices, and I can go into more depth on that. But if you want to tackle healthcare all together, then you've got to hit all these components. And so hopefully we'll get another reconciliation, which is what the speaker plans on doing. and we can do more with healthcare to bring the cost down and make it more affordable where people have options. Competition makes everything better, John.
We're going to get you on next week, and that'll be the number one topic is Trump RX. It's another thing he's done that the fake news doesn't even report on.
Yeah.
Drug prices coming down. You're a pharmacist. You know this better than anybody. Diana, thanks for being with us today. Always enjoy it.
Okay. My pleasure, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll see you next week.